the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Was it truly the sole cause of World War I? Or was it merely the spark that ignited a powder keg of deeper, more sinister reasons? Many believed the assassination was the singular event. But the truth is far more complex. Join us as we uncover the hidden complexities and underlying tensions that led to the Great War. Europe in the early 20th century was a delicate balance, woven with intricate alliances. On one side, the Triple Entente, France, Britain, and Russia. These nations formed a powerful bloc, bound by mutual defense agreements. Opposing them, the Triple Alliance, Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy, a formidable counterforce. Also committed to collective security, these defensive pacts, ironically, created a dangerous domino effect. A conflict between two nations could rapidly escalate into a continent-wide war. Beyond alliances, the scramble for empire fueled deep-seated rivalries. European powers fiercely competed for colonies and resources across Africa and Asia. Key colonial disputes, like the Fashoda incident, fueled mistrust and animosity. This competition was particularly intense between Britain, France, and Germany. The pervasive culture of militarism glorified military strength as national prestige. This led to an escalating arms race, a relentless pursuit of superior weaponry. The naval rivalry between Britain and Germany was especially fierce. Each nation sought to outdo the other in naval power, a symbol of global dominance. Nationalism, a powerful force, fostered intense loyalty to one's nation. However, it also led to aggressive expansionist desires and ethnic conflicts. The volatile Balkan region became a hotbed of tension. Slavic nationalism clashed fiercely with Austro-Hungarian imperial ambitions. This created an explosive mix, ready to ignite at any moment. Then came the immediate catalyst, the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. While it was the trigger, the underlying factors had already set the stage. Alliances, imperialism, militarism, and nationalism, the true architects of the Great War. The assassination was merely the match to the powder keg, not the powder itself. Understanding these origins is crucial to comprehending the scale of the conflict. This was just the first part of our journey into the Great War. Stay tuned for more. The year is 1914. Europe, a continent simmering with tension, was about to ignite. The spark, the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand in Sarajevo. But it was more than just a single event. It was the match to a powder keg of existing alliances, imperialism, militarism, and nationalism. These deep-seated rivalries, explored in our previous segment, set the stage for an unprecedented global conflict. Austria-Hungary, reeling from the Archduke's murder, saw an opportunity to settle old scores with Serbia. A harsh ultimatum was issued to Serbia, deliberately crafted to be almost impossible to accept. Serbia, though accepting most demands, could not agree to all. This partial refusal sealed its fate. On July 28, 1914, Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia. The first domino had fallen. Russia, seeing itself as the protector of Slavic nations, could not stand idly by. In response to Austria-Hungary's aggression, Russia began to mobilize its vast army. This mobilization, however, was seen by Germany as a direct and unacceptable threat. Germany had already offered Austria-Hungary a blank check of unconditional support. Now, Germany demanded Russia demobilize and France declare neutrality. When these demands were refused, Germany declared war on Russia on August 1. 2 days later, on August 3, Germany declared war on France. Russia's ally, Britain, initially hesitant, had a crucial commitment: Belgium's neutrality. Germany's strategic Schlieffen Plan required invading France through neutral Belgium. On August 4, German troops crossed the Belgian border, violating its sovereignty. This act compelled Britain to declare war on Germany, bringing all major European powers into the conflict. The assassination had triggered a rapid chain reaction of declarations of war across the continent. The intricate web of alliances, once meant to ensure peace, now pulled nations inevitably into war. The speed and inevitability of the escalation were staggering once the first declarations were made. In mere weeks, Europe transformed from a continent on edge to one fully engulfed in total war. The assassination, combined with pre-existing conditions and alliance systems, had plunged the world into chaos. This was the immense scale and tragedy of the unfolding conflict, setting the stage for Part 3. Welcome to a comprehensive journey through World War I, a conflict that reshaped the 20th century. It began with the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand in Sarajevo, a spark igniting a powder keg. Within weeks, a complex web of alliances led to declarations of war across Europe. Many believed it would be a short, decisive war, over by Christmas. But reality proved far more brutal. On the Western Front, Germany's Schlieffen Plan aimed for a swift victory over France. However, fierce resistance and logistical challenges halted their advance. The First Battle of the Marne saw the French and British push back the Germans. This led to a desperate race to the sea, as both sides tried to outflank each other. The result was a brutal stalemate, characterized by extensive trench warfare. Soldiers endured horrific conditions: mud, disease, constant shelling, and the ever-present threat of death. Battles like Verdun and the Somme became symbols of attrition. With millions of casualties for minimal gains, the Eastern Front, however, was a different beast, marked by greater movement and vast distances. Here, Russia clashed with Germany and Austria-Hungary in massive, often decisive, engagements. Despite initial successes, the Russian army suffered immense losses and faced severe supply shortages. Internal unrest, fueled by the war's toll, culminated in the Russian Revolution of 1917. This led to Russia's withdrawal from the war, significantly altering the balance of power. Beyond the land, the war raged at sea and in the nascent skies. Naval warfare saw clashes like the Battle of Jutland, a massive but indecisive engagement. Germany's unrestricted submarine warfare, targeting Allied shipping, proved highly controversial. In the air, primitive aircraft evolved rapidly from reconnaissance to dogfighting machines. The conflict was truly global, extending far beyond the battlefields of Europe. The Italian front saw brutal mountain warfare in the Alps, with immense human cost. The Gallipoli campaign, an Allied attempt to open a new front, ended in a costly failure in the Middle East. The Ottoman Empire fought against British and Arab forces. These diverse fronts underscored the truly global nature of the Great War. America initially remained neutral, but events gradually drew it into the conflict. Germany's unrestricted submarine warfare, sinking American ships, was a major factor. The Zimmermann telegram, proposing an alliance between Germany and Mexico, further inflamed tensions. In April 1917, the United States declared war on Germany, joining the Allied powers. The arrival of fresh American troops and resources significantly boosted the Allied war effort. By 1918, Germany launched its spring offensive, a desperate final push to break the stalemate. Initial gains were made, but the offensive ultimately failed due to exhaustion and strong Allied resistance. The Allies, reinforced by American troops, launched powerful counteroffensives. The Central Powers began to collapse, facing internal dissent and military defeat. On November 11, 1918, the armistice was signed, bringing an end to the fighting. The guns fell silent, marking the conclusion of 4 devastating years of war. World War I resulted in an unimaginable human cost, with millions dead and wounded. Vast swathes of Europe were left in ruins, forever scarred by the conflict. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919, imposed harsh terms on Germany. Its punitive measures sowed seeds of resentment, contributing to future conflicts. The war profoundly impacted global politics, redrawing borders and dissolving empires. It ushered in new technologies, social changes, and a generation forever altered. World War I, the war to end all wars, tragically laid the groundwork for another global catastrophe. Its legacy continues to shape our world, a powerful reminder of the costs of conflict. Thank you for joining us on this historical overview. Stay tuned for more insights into pivotal moments